Okay, so now begins the moment that we've all been waiting for, our great winter solstice pageant. So I'm going to call up our tree. Oh, and his owl. Perfect. All right. And I'm going to turn things over to who I owe a debt of gratitude for helping me to author parts of this script. So come on up.
Really, I should be thanking you for including me. Act 1, in which we meet our hero and know the place. On the cusp of winter, on the edge of a lonely forest, stood a tree. These days, the nights were cold and the stars were scarce and the wind was hard. The tree could not tell. You see, it had no name. That evening, cold and tired, animals wandered through the clearing and lay down beneath the tree. When morning came, and it came late this time of year, they laid garlands over the branches and they called the tree shelter. Shelter. The owl was displeased by this. That day brought with them the first snow of winter, skating in through the north and covering the branches of the tree. They called the tree Beauty. And the days grew shorter.
And Act 1. So now please join us in this solstice carol, Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly, number 235 in the gray hymnal, number 235. Okay, and so begins our Act 2, in which the hero is of use. So our tree is still on stage with this owl. And we're lined up, children and BFFs, right? And then an old man. I'm not spoiling,
You're spoiling. No, I'm not. Go ahead. The afternoon of the first snow, children from a nearby town wandered through the clearing. They loved the snow and they rolled about in it, making snow angels, or what could be best approximated in a pre-Christian society, beneath it. They called the tree Friend. Friend. And they were on their way. Two actual best friends from separate towns found the tree halfway between them. They carved their names on the back of the tree to demonstrate their friendship. The tree turned around because it was a magic tree. But they decided amongst themselves to call the tree Meeting Place. Meeting and they were on their way. In the evening, which was actually like 5 p.m., an old man wandered past the tree, burden in hand. He did not like the night or the wind. As he passed below the tree, snow fell down from a branch. The old man looked up. He did not like this tree throwing snow on him, but he saw the garlands strewn on the branches and how the snow glittered between the needles.
What beautiful snow and elegant garlands.
He reflected.
Maybe I don't need this anymore.
After this epiphany, the old man embraced the tree and called it hope.
Hope.
And the nights grew longer.
All right, so now along the chairs there you have printed lyrics for Here We Come A-Wassailing, which is also originally not a Christmas carol, but a solstice carol. So here we go. Cue Act 3. It needs to grow a little bit darker for this act. So we're gonna
More dark.
even more so, yeah. All right. And let's see.
Please make it darker. Shh. Let's start this. I will fix this. We need you to have all your decorations tree. This is crucial to the celebration. As we distribute these candles, can we take a moment to appreciate how nice the owl in this tree is? How nice is the owl in this tree?
Really nice.
No, we're asking the tree.
Oh, very nice.
Every tree is special, it can talk, see?
All right, we are set for our Act 3.
It came night again, the longest and darkest night of the year. The tree had never felt so lonely. Though the dark was wonderful and the quiet peaceful, and the owl on its shoulder a nice companion, it seemed as if the sun would never come. Out high above them, suddenly, through a break in the clouds, fluttered a star. The tree looked up at the star, and the star looked down at the tree, and the star called the tree faithful. That night, everyone from the woods and the nearby villages came to that clearing, bearing candles and crying out, begging the sun to come back.
Come back, sun.
After several hours of this vigil, the morning came and the sun returned. The sun, peeping its face over the horizon, called everyone in the village and forest beloved.
You are all beloved.
And they all agreed on time.
We are all beloved.
Since the sun had come again, everyone returned to their life, to scattering snow across the far north places, to foraging for food in the warming forest, to toil and to friendship, to beauty and to misery. But each of them carried within them a small piece of the sun and a memory of their tree. That memory and that piece of sun spread throughout their entire village and beyond, blessing the world. Indeed, the tree had many names.
The end.
Take a bow, guys. Take a bow.
Many, many, many thanks to all of the children and youth who participated and to their families for getting them to rehearsal and cookie decorating, and to Mr. Michael Thoreau for being the tree, and to Callie for standing in for him yesterday and helping with the candles and all of the logistics. Also, thank you very much to Miss Anna Brink. I can't believe this is my last time saying thank you to her, but if you can give her a round of applause. I will. This is Anna's last weekend working with us, and I'm really sad because she's just made my job so easy and has always been such a support. So there's a card out there for her that you can sign if you like in the North Lobby when service is over.